Yeah, so Chicago, the Gar Foreman. Gar has taken some flack from the media because the media questioned when he said about the Bulls getting younger and faster, and they looked at the Rondo and Wade acquisition and said, oh, well, how can you be getting younger and faster with those acquisitions? But what, again, the media didn't highlight is the fact that 7 to 8 of their players are 25 and under. You know, Butler, I think Butler himself is maybe 26 now.
Right, yeah.
And then you've got Mirotic, McDermott, you've got the fantastic acquisition, as far as I'm concerned, of Denzel Valentine, an all-round player, defense, offense, he can score, he can rebound, he can distribute the ball, great player, right? Comes in that, he's part of that new school vein of like a Draymond Green, they're both from Michigan as well, you know, coincidentally, who can do it all. Then you've got BP. OG, triple OG, Bobby Portis Jr. the third, right? Bobby Portis is, for me, set to be, I mean, his upside is phenomenal. You know what I mean? As a 4, he can play the 5, but naturally a 4. You know, a little bit streaky, but more, to be honest with you, sometimes more reliable from the outside than Mirotic. And his energy and his effort and his heart. Watch this space of Bobby Portis.
OG
right?
Bobby Portis.
He is serious.
I do like that sort of kind of second group, second class that's coming up behind. Obviously, I don't expect anything to happen now.
Oh yeah, there's no rings.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, trust me. And even last year, the thing is with the Bulls, even with this whole, the second class you've got there, and then you've got your Wade, Rondo, Butler trio thing, which I know you'll get into that in a bit, a little bit more. Even with that, I think people are having a doomsday scenario based on the fact that last year the Bulls didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah.
But let's keep it real. Who at the beginning of that season thought the Bulls would not make the playoffs?
Yeah.
That was a surprise to everybody. So you can't base it on, okay, so they didn't make the playoffs, so that team's whack, basically, because they didn't make the playoffs. So therefore, now they've gone and got some old, because this is the general view, they've gone and got some old players now, and added to that, and then they've got a couple of young guys, and we don't even know who they are. Yeah. So therefore, how could anything fruitful come from that? That's the general way that it's being framed.
100%.
But
that's a very limited view. It's not actually looking at what actually is with regards to the Bulls. And nobody's saying this. None of these media pundits, nobody's actually breaking down like what we've touched on here today with regards to the fact that the Bulls actually are extremely youthful. Like, don't get it twisted.
And don't forget, man, like, what's my guy's called now? Cristiano Felicio had a massive breakout year last year. Fantastic. And to strengthen all of this, let's not forget, the Bulls, Utes, just had the greatest summer league on record, right? They were undefeated for the whole summer league and won the summer league championship. So it's like, in terms of the youth and the youth core, it is very, very promising. Cristiano Felicio is going from strength to strength. You know, we mentioned some of the other players. Then there's some key ones. Spencer Dinwiddie, very, very good player, you know. Very, very reliable player. He can score. He's more of a scoring point guard, but he can distribute. He's tall, so he can see over the defenders. And for me, I said this as well. I even tweeted this ages ago. A lot of the focus was based on Jerrion Grant being the #1 backup to Rondo. And I said from time ago, Spencer Dinwiddie is more reliable than Jerrion Grant. And now we're actually seeing that come to fruition. And throughout pre-season, you're starting through summer league and pre-season, you're starting to see that this is actually the case. And then in addition to that, they've signed Isaiah Canaan, who is 24, I think. So round about that age group there. Stat checker.
Yeah, round
25.
25. Right. So again, 25 and under. Right. Paul Zipser, their second round pick. Who's he? He's a nobody. Again, very reliable, solid body. Once he gets more accustomed to the system and the play and the style of NBA, he's looking very, very promising. And then the so-called old guys. Rondo himself is 30, right? So he still has like 4 years left of his prime because of the position he plays, right? And no, more the style he plays that position, right? Robin Lopez is only 28.
28, 29, 28, I think.
Yeah.
So, like, the whole notion that the Bulls said they were going to get younger, but they just got older, it's only really Wade that's quote-unquote old, right? And Taj, who is 32?
Taj Gibson, 31.
31.
Yeah.
Other than that, Rondo's 30. Other than that, you've got Lopez, who's 28, you've got Butler, who's 26, and everybody else, at least 5 of those players, under 25 and under, are actually very, very promising. It's not like a bunch of young scrubs who's not going to do nothing.
That's real.
Do you know what I mean? So there's been a lot of misconceptions surrounding the Bulls, and as you said, they're not going to do nothing. They're not going to win no rings. Even Wade said that earlier on this last week. He said, like, you know, it's unrealistic to think that we're going to win a championship. You know, they didn't get to. He said that, you know, they didn't get to the playoffs last year, so you can't expect to win a championship the very next year. But get back in the playoffs and build from there. And I think it's a lot more promising than people.
Sort of the lower part of the playoff bracket.
Yeah.
Is very, and again, obviously we're talking about, as we have to always say, we're talking about the East.
The East. This is the thing.
So,
the thing with the East, you've literally got a top bracket which is like Cavs and maybe Toronto and now maybe Celtics. Then pretty much about 5, 6, well, basically after the top 3, from 4 to 8 is basically anyone could end up in there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And as you know, this game is
like
matchups.
you said, it's like mini little leagues within the East.
And as you know, this game is matchups because even last year, Bulls didn't make the playoffs. They, out of the 8 games they played Toronto and the Cavs, they won 7. They only lost 1 game to the Cavs and beat them all other times, and beat Toronto every single time they played them. So this is a game of matchups. If Bulls had got through to at one point, it was looking like the Bulls were going to get the 7th seed and were going to match up with Toronto. Toronto was praying that didn't happen because the Bulls would have beat Toronto, point blank. And I'm not going to say they would have beat the Cavs if they did get the 8th seed, but they would have given them a damn good run for their money. You see what I'm saying? So this game is a game of matchups. You know, get into the playoffs and then go from there. It's like a whole new season almost once you get to the playoffs.
Yeah, for real, that's
so the Bulls definitely, it's not all doom and gloom. The media looking at it very, very limited, and there are other factors and angles that are not really being looked at in their entirety. And when you do so, you realise there's more to the Bulls than you think. Now, you mentioned I was going to touch on what Rondo's called the 3 alphas. And I will briefly. A lot of the talk the media has come with is it won't work because none of the Bulls, no one shoots threes, and you've got 3 players who need the ball in their hands. Right. Let's deal with the latter first. Rondo, Wade, and Butler are 3 ball dominant players. However, they're ball dominant in completely and utterly different ways. Rondo is ball dominant because he is looking to distribute the ball. So number one, he's more interested in setting up and passing than anything else.
Yeah, it's not Kobe.
And with exactly. He's not on some ISO thing. He's looking to get rid of the ball. And with his IQ, which is one of, if not the highest basketball IQ in the league, right? That's not as much of a problem as the media has put forward. Now, Butler is someone who's ball dominant in terms of his aggression, his ability to get to the rim, and his ability to draw fouls mid-range, and his defense. Wade is someone who's going to drive and kick, come from the elbow, kick, and he's developed, as we said earlier, a 3-point shot late in his career. So even though they are ball dominant guys, they're ball dominant in 3 completely different ways. Plus, with Wade being in his advanced age, the minutes, he's not going to be playing all those minutes. There's going to be times when he's going to be out, he's not going to be playing back-to-backs, he's going to be playing limited minutes, Denzel Valentine's going to come in, Jimmy's going to move between the 2 and the 3. So when you expand the view and look at the nature of the positions and the nature of how they play, it's not necessarily the doom and gloom, as you correctly put it, that the media has portrayed. There's other sides to it.